Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? Today we are going to talk pricing. How I come up with my pricing, kind of my, basically that's exactly right. I give free estimates. That does a few things for me. It gets me in the door of the customer's house at no cost to the customer, and I can take a look at the job in its entirety. I don't have to go off what a customer says because a lot of times they're incorrect. And I can set expectations and see what the customer's expectations are, because a lot of times what I'm expecting a job to be is not what they're expecting it to be. So free estimates right now work for my business. Now I'm not saying that's going to be all the time. I'm not going to say that's forever and ever, but for right now, free estimates has been working for me. I will say though, if it's going to be I've had some estimates take me a long time, so I will say if a job is it's a large job, then they're going to have to pay for my time, because I'm not going to sit in front of my computer for a couple hours and price out every little line item and then send them off and then have them say no for some reason. So I will charge customer for estimates if it's a time sink, basically. So all right, you got to know your numbers. As far as pricing wise, you'll have to know your numbers, what it costs you to stay in business, what it costs you to be in business, and what you want your profit margin to be. How much money do you want to make at the end of the day, in your pocket? What makes it worth your time? Because I've gone to a job where I lost money, I've broken even, and where obviously I've made money. Losing money and breaking even, I take those as learning. If I went to a couple of years ago, customer wanted me spent like $200 for me to run 5 speakers in his living room. It took me probably 6 hours, and that money was not worth it, and I learned from it. So now my minimum for a 5.1 surround sound speaker is not $200. I can tell you that right now. No matter what, it's going to be way more than $200. So your numbers. You got insurance, you have your tools, your drive time to and from the job. So you're going there on an estimate, unless it's something completely simple, but you're going there on an estimate, and then obviously however many days, or if it's just one day, how many times you have to drive there. You work that into your estimate, and also drive time to and from the hardware store if you're requiring, wood, parts, anything like that. I have not always charged for parts runs, but I'm going to, because again it's about my time, and you're basically saving the customer a run to wherever, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever it is. So charge for it. So know those numbers as well. Set an hourly wage. I have my hourly wage. It's going to be different for everybody, no matter what. And my hourly wage might change. It, might go up, might go down. It's probably going to go up, not go down. But let's be real here. You have to have an hourly wage, and also that way you can dictate. If a job's going to take you 5 hours, then it's just going to make it easier to estimate. It's going to make it quicker for you to run estimates, quicker for you to get an estimate to the customer. And you can, if a customer wants an off the wall price, then you can just real quick do it in your head, and then most of the time it scares the customer, because they don't know what it takes to do a job. All right. Know your time. Know the time it takes to do the job. If you've never done the job, then do your research. Look it up. Most of the jobs that I undertake, I've either done before or have a really good understanding of how to do them. Sometimes it bites me in the butt, and I'm there for longer than I want to be. That's a learning experience. Now, the next job, I know exactly what to expect, or at least mostly what to expect, so I can charge accordingly. This is trial and error. But if it's a job that you've done time and time again, and then so you can charge accordingly, and you can, it just saves you that much time. Again, I already said it, but make sure when you know your time, the time it takes you to drive to and from the customer's house and collect parts. There's not much else. Drive time can be expensive. Your fuel is expensive. If you forget a part, it's expensive. So that's what the estimate's for. Itemize everything, so you let the customer expect what they are getting from you, and also you can take that list and exactly what you need to buy or to have and what you need to get, and you can charge accordingly. Another thing, how I get my pricing is I shop the competition. When I first started, I did, if I was just doing the low voltage thing and not just like a handyman, I would, I'd call Geek Squad, I'd call, whoever, Craigslist, just to see what they would charge. So that's how I set my pricing originally, because I'm not going to charge $50 for hanging a TV when nobody in my area will do it for less than $150. That doesn't make any sense. So you can shop your competition, over the phone quotes, because most everybody will give you an over the phone rough estimate, so you can kind of gauge where you're going to be, and then you can go from there. I will say, if you're doing 80 estimates and 80 customers are calling you back to do the work, then your pricing is too low. Great, but I will say, if that's what your pricing is on point to what it takes you to stay in business, and you're getting 80 customers, then you're great. But I've never seen that actually happen. I've never even heard that actually happen, where everybody gets every quote that they actually send out, because some customers are just lowballers. Some customers might not like you. They just, want a quote to, they're shopping around. So, but if you're getting every quote that you're sending out, then chances are you're leaving money on the table. All right, finally, you need to learn from yourself. You need to know if it took too long. You just need to learn from the job. It's going to make you more efficient. It's going to make you more money down the road. If you lost money, then why did you lose money? You underbid it. There was a fire break that took you an extra hour to get through that, just learn. Now next time, hey, exterior walls, interior walls have fire breaks. So just, learn. I'm just speaking from experience. Those fire breaks kicked my butt one time. I think that's about it as far as, take notes. Like, I'm not above, writing down, hey, this kind of wood is more expensive and it doesn't, whatever. It just, you take notes on everything. I can document, I can take pictures. I'm big on taking pictures before I take something apart. That way I know how it goes back together. I will say, you don't want to lowball a customer because you're leaving money on the table, but you don't want to be the most expensive. It just comes, you want to be in that happy medium. I think that's about it, guys. Like and subscribe. I think that's about all I have to. I'm not going to go over like exact pricing on everything, because it's going to be different no matter what. So if I tell you, I charge $150 for hanging a TV, that's going to be completely out of the price range for somebody else somewhere, because that's just, that's the high end. And then I've charged all the way up to $800 to hang a TV because of the amount of work it takes to get that TV hung. So every job's different, guys. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.